All right. So it is day 4.
Yep.
We ended up staying an additional night at the first kids camp, so 2 nights total. We just made it back into our home base city in Ukraine. We are now in the basement of the church that we're kind of running everything through. Right now what we're going to be doing is filling up about 10 jugs of diesel. I'm assuming this is going to be helped used to fuel some of the cars and vans that are using to drive over to the east side of the country, where I think today this church just sent an additional 2 vans to go to the front lines to help out, pull out some fresh refugees and to go help minister to them. So right now we're just going to be filling up some jugs with diesel. Again, one of the themes of the trip is what could go wrong. So
and fuel, right?
Yeah, spilled fuel. They're already before we got here, mind you, there was a bunch of diesel already spilled on the floor. So it was like that when we got here. If you don't hear back from us, it is because something has gone horribly wrong with us filling up jugs with diesel. Paul and I don't plan to take up smoking anytime soon, but I don't know. We'll see. But so far, it's been an awesome trip. Yeah. And stay tuned for more. So we're learning a little bit more about this next camping thing that we're going to be doing. I guess we're going to be driving about 3 to 4 hours away from where we're currently at. And then we're going to stay the night in a church. From this church, we're going to hike about 4 miles, stay the night somewhere on this mountain, and then go on additional hikes from there. Again, it's all kind of coming second, third, sometimes even fourth hand on what we're doing. But the plan seems to be getting more solidified, which is cool. So yeah, right now we're gonna try and pack our bags because we didn't really know that we were gonna be doing this when we packed to come here. So we're gonna figure out what we have, what we need, and kind of just go from there.
Alright, so we just got into this van. We're in a convoy of 2 vans going with, I think, 16 or 17, maybe 18 kids. All are orphans. I think all of them have lost a father. Some to this war, some to like previous time, like years ago. So we're gonna go do 2-day hike, but 3-day like stay camping deal. Doing overnights with being very unprepared. So should be fun.
So we're making our first bathroom break of the trip. The only thing we had was a mountain, so that's what we're using. So yeah, we'll probably pull chocks here in about another minute or 2, and then finish the trek to the church.
Alright, so this is what legit Ukrainian roads look like.
Alright, good morning. We are just slept overnight in a church. There's an awesome thunderstorm last night. I swear, we had like a lightning or a thunder and lightning like right above us. The whole place shook. It was pretty awesome.
Дякую.
Нема за що.
Means thank you. So we are at this big apartment complex where we've picked up our hiking guide, who is now going through and inventorying all of our stuff. I don't know what's happening next, but I think there's a big realization within the group on how much it takes to go camping with a group of kids.
So we're getting pretty close to our hiking destination. We're gonna be hitting the Carpathian Mountains here pretty soon. It's funny to hear people call mountains like, you know, these like this is mountains for people versus like where Patrick and I are from, like we've got mountains, you know, like twice, 3 times as tall as these. So it's all relative, right? But they're still beautiful. So I'm looking forward to some good hiking with some highly under-equipped children, or not children, but teens.
Captain's log. It is 12:38. We have got to be easily 3 hours behind schedule. No
4-mile hike.
On a 4-mile hike, suspected, not confirmed. Nobody has had lunch yet. We have had snack food only, consisting of sunflower seeds, whatever off-brand Coca-Cola drinks they've been getting at our gas stations, and maybe a bite or two of kielbasa. Theme of the trip, what could go wrong?
Oh, this is so sketch, bro. So we're holding up the rear of the pack here. And we have to, well, Patrick's carrying one, and I'm carrying the other. But we've like double loaded all of our packs because a lot of the kids don't have packs that are good enough. So we're just like, just the pack mules on this hike basically. But you know what? It's a great workout.
You won't be able to see, but like on my backpack, inside my backpack, I have got my own sleeping bag. And then attached to the outside, I've got 2 of the kids' sleeping bags. Because maybe I'm wrong to assume this, but based on their appearance and lack of excitement about what's going on, I think the 4-mile hike alone is going to be tough, let alone humping up their sleeping bags. So Paul and I are just trying to be a light in a world of darkness here.
To add to that is, in my pack, I have all the stuff that I'm unwilling to part with. Like I've got my MacBook Pro, just a few other like battery packs and stuff like that. Just heavy stuff that like it just it's so much weight that I would normally never take on a hike, right? But I'm unwilling to leave stuff that costs thousands of dollars in a van in the Ukrainian mountains somewhere. So you know what? It is what it is. All right, Patrick, how far are we into this hike?
Oh, maybe a quarter of the way. That's just my uneducated guess.
And what are we doing?
So we are carrying the same stuff we were, plus now, I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but we're carrying somebody's backpack because this young lady, as Paul was so clever enough to realize, she was redlining. She was giving it all she had, and
she was maxed out.
She was about to not be able to go anymore, and we've got about 3/4 of the way left to go. So, to whom much is given, much is tested.
We're here for these orphans, and a lot of these kids don't have, you know, dads. Patrick's a dad. I'm not a dad, but like, you don't have to be a father to be a father figure, right? So, we're trying to be good influences on these kids, showing them, one, like what men should be made of. Men should be able, not only able, but willing to sacrifice and, you know, give more, I think. I don't know. Is that kind of accurate? At least we think so. And we're doing it out of our love for them. You know, they're brothers and sisters in Christ. So, I don't know. It's been good for us. All right, guys, so we are almost at the top here. Just taking a little lunch break. Something pretty unique about the Ukrainian culture is that there's almost always somebody that knows how to play a guitar, and especially like in the Christian circles, there's always someone playing worship music. For example, this morning when we were packing up, leaving for this hike, same kid, like everyone was packing, and he was just sitting there playing. It's pretty neat, you know, just kind of like a cool little cultural difference that I feel like is maybe not very common in the American culture. So we all just got bitten. We're all getting bitten by bees. Dude, did you get тебя укусили?
Нет.
Yeah?
All right.
Tasha got bit up.
A few times, yeah.
Вас тоже? No, no. Yeah, she got bit. I thankfully didn't. Wow, that was good.
Аня помила.
Philip.
Бачиш результат? Покажи.
Hi. I'm gonna go say hi. This is how I die. Oh hi. Oh hi. Oh hi. All right, so we made it to Mount Hamlak. Basically, I don't know. I think we said it took us about 5 hours to get to the top, and spent the night. It's been an interesting experience. The guide is actually a refugee himself, and he does like other stuff like for his normal job, but he does this kind of on the side. And I don't think he was expecting Patrick and I to be as like helpful. Like I think maybe he was thinking everyone like he would be doing everything, but Patrick and I have been doing stuff. So it's just been interesting. But I don't know. I feel like the orphans are having a decent time. I think both Patrick and I are surprised how what's the word I'm looking for? Like how resilient and tough they actually are. Like these kids are so under-equipped with like equipment that they have, and like there's kids with like holes in their shoes. Their socks are wet. Like they have like just terrible equipment. They're not complaining. They're still just having a good time. And same with Patrick and I. You know, it's like I don't know, we're kind of wet and cold, and well, I guess I'm not really cold, but just like not a super comfortable hike, but it's still a good time. So by the way, today is Independence Day in Ukraine. Last night we went to bed with one air siren going off. This morning we woke up to an air siren going off, and people are kind of anticipating things to pop off today. But you know what? Thank God we're up in these mountains. The Russians got nothing to bomb, so I think we're safe. Hey Patrick, how much money would you give me if I were to suck the milk from the source? Oh yeah. Does that feel good? Does that feel good? Yeah. Oh yeah. Watch him just like headbutt me with his horn, and then this is just how I die.
Sucking chest wound from a cow up in the mountains.
Yeah, I got my salt kit, man. Please. You know how to decompress a chest? I got.
You could walk me through it.
I got spear needles as I'm dying.
Yeah. Just point.
3 centimeters. I point it out.
А що, посильники то не так?
Ходили
Це той магаз, куди Діма заходив в оренду.
Ні, це капличка.
Гаргани, це таке якесь неукраїнське слово.
Ну, здесь очень много в Карпатах слов не украинских, потому что тут рядом Польша, Румыния. А? Тебя давай.
How's the hike go treating you?
It's going really well. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Well, so far we have not been attacked by bees. As far as I can tell, we started on time and we have not got split up. So it is going really well
Nice.
due to new calibrated standards.
Це як на долоні.
Hello.
Хау. Ти моя вірьовка.
А як ти зараз говориш, я не собі що?
He's out. Yep. So this is kind of an interesting spot up in the mountain. So there's a Ukrainian flag behind me, and then these girls here are taking selfies with this little mirror. Whoa, geez Louise. Alright, so Patrick and I were kind of just talking last night about one of our favorite things so far of like spending time in Ukraine. I think we both kind of agree that it was the worship part, just being able to like sitting by a fire with a guitar, just sit there and worship kind of late into the night. The culture in Ukraine, I think I've already mentioned this before, but like they stay up really late and then they wake up later, obviously, right? And so it was kind of just interesting. As Americans, I feel like more Americans wake up earlier, at least Patrick and I do. And so it's been interesting to stay up late at night singing worship music. And this group of orphans that we've been with, it's been awesome. Just I don't know, you know, some of them are obviously kind of closed off and not really open, but some of them are pretty cool and just having a good time with us. So yeah.
These shrubs have got to be at least 5.5 feet tall.
Давайте руки.
Ходіть з нами. Ходіть з нами.
That's how you know you got a good friend. It's filling up your water. Kind of a little spout down there. Thanks, Patrick.
You're welcome. Будь ласка.
Yeah.
Туда.
А можете повторити?
А той другий. Їде машина. Зупиняється, бере одного пасажира. Їде далі, ще один пасажир просто до машини. Зупиняється, бере другого пасажира. Їдуть далі.
Першого, типа.
Перший сидить теж. Їдуть далі і другий пасажир помирає.
А перший?
У мене лише питання, а кого макарона? Я не бачу.
О, прям.
Patrick, what do you have to say about this kid so far on this trip?
I think all 7-year-olds should strive to aspire or strive to be what this kid has been. Hasn't complained once. What was it? A 7-kilometer hike to get here, a 4-kilometer hike today. He's helping hack trees down from the forest, just getting after it.
Near misses?
Oh gosh, he's been walking in between us as we're cutting, putting wet branches in the fire and then just kind of like throwing it around. But he's just doing what little boys do.
Yeah, playing with toy guns.
Toy guns, man, you can't teach, it just comes natural. But hasn't complained once, has just been trudging up this mountain and having a good time. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, good morning, everyone. This is our last day at camp. We got up when it was dark out still. We're going up to the top of that mountain up there. And yesterday, we were on top of that mountain over there behind me. So, it's a pretty intense hike actually. I'm surprised these kids are going well. I'm actually way behind now, so I'm gonna double step it, but see you on the top. Alright, so we have now made it to the top of the mountain. This is our last hike that we're doing today. I'm impressed, man. I don't know how they do it, but... Alright, so we're just wrapping up our camp here. We're starting to pack up. All the kids are in charge of their own tents. We're repacking all of our bags and we're going to start heading down the mountain and then head back to our hometown. So this was a really good trip, really good camp. I really enjoyed it. It was a rough start, but man, we finished strong. So yeah, it was a pretty awesome time. We just kid with the guitar. Just literally packed it like so. Man, just dedicated, strong kids here.